What's up, everybody? Angry Wiroko Gaming here. It is. We're back with another tier list video. Now, before I start today's tier list video, number one, all of this is my opinion. You guys could agree or disagree with me in the comments. Let me know where you rank these movies. We're gonna get into this. Now, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're gonna get into this. So we're gonna start doing tier lists into this channel. I mean, I want to bring more tier lists, and I know tier lists kind of died, but I feel like I want to make it a little bit not dead. Okay, well, it won't be like that, but I'm gonna see what I could do for my part. I want to do some tier lists. There's a lot of tier lists. You guys can let me know what you guys want me to do. Also, link to the tier list will be in the description. I gotta do my descriptions again. Okay, so today's tier list: Halloween franchise. Couple weeks ago, no, a month ago, I think, or was it 2 months ago? I think it was a month or two. I decided to watch all the Halloween movies, even the new one. Now, I'm gonna rank these movies from what I think it is. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. This tier list might be short. Now, here we go. I'm about to be going on the web. Also, if there's music playing, I'm not sure if I'm gonna see if I can get some music to play. We're gonna see how that works. If it doesn't work, then I'm sorry, no music will be being played. All right. Anyways, so let's start with the first Halloween movie, Halloween 1. And let's talk about it. First off, let's read the description, and then let's see. On a cold Halloween night in 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but on October 30, 1978, while being transferred for a court date, a 21-year-old, Michael Myers steals a car and escapes Smith's Grove. He returns to his quiet hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, where he looks for his next victim. Okay. Now, first off, all I gotta say is I watched the movie. It wasn't a bad movie, and it was a good movie. If you guys are talking about slasher movies, this is a good way to start off a slasher movie. If you're gonna watch a trilogy, go ahead and watch the Halloween trilogy. Now, I haven't. Another trilogy I have watched is Scream. We might do a tier list on that in the future, maybe when Scream 5 comes out, because I know Scream 5 is in development right now. So so let's talk about this. So first off, Halloween 5, I honestly don't know how to describe not Halloween. Why did I say Halloween 5? My bad. I was thinking about Scream. But if you hear that alarm, my bad. It is my alarm for school, but we don't have we'll ignore that cuz I don't got class right now, but Halloween, Scream, let's see. What the hell? I keep thinking. I'm sorry. Let me get back to Halloween. So first off, this is a good way to start a slasher film. I think the Halloween franchise. What this is a iconic. Laurie, the woman, Jamie Lee Curtis. She played Laurie in the first movie. If you're living in the 1970s, I feel like these jump scares are actually great. I think everything here was iconic. You know, if you think about it, Jamie Lee Curtis was one of the best final girls out there, but around the time it was like the first I think, right, it wasn't the first slasher movie. um Now Loomis was a great he's a great I say player character into the series. I think I don't even know what to really say, but this movie is a must watch. Okay, if I'm gonna say it is a must watch, because you're gonna need to watch this. It's how you start a series. It's a great slasher film if you guys want to. It's an old slasher film. Now the jump scares, they didn't get me because it's an old slasher film, and I feel like I get more suspense with like the newer, like I mean, the jump scares would have been more scary. Like I said, in 1970, it would have been more scary, but but I still rank this at a S because you cannot make something better than Halloween 1. You cannot make something better. But let's get into Halloween 2. Halloween 2. Now, this is the next movie, Halloween 2. Now, first off, in this one, this Halloween too. All right, let's read it. After failing to kill stubborn survivor Lori and taking a bullet or six for former psychiatrist Dr. Sam Lewis, Michael Myers has followed Lori to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, where she's been admitted for Myers' attempt on her life. The institution proves to be particularly suited to serial killers. However, as Myers cuts, stabs, and slashes his way through hospital staff to reach his favorite victim. Now, in this movie, it is revealed Michael Myers is the sister of Lori. So that is one thing that I actually feel like it was like, wow. Like, wow. So first off, this movie happens after a day after Halloween 1, which is actually pretty good, and this movie came out possibly like 3 years later. Now, I think this is one of the best ways to have a sequel, but I feel like if it was, no, honestly, I feel like it was the best way to have a sequel, in my opinion. Because it is, my bad. It is the best way to have a sequel. I mean, a lot of people like it. I don't think people should really hate on this movie because this movie isn't that bad. I feel like this movie was one of the best, but images, I'm gonna go ahead and check these out. Yeah, like I said, we might do a Michael Myers masks. You know, we might. I'm not gonna redo a tier list. I'm just saying, but if I don't think I'm gonna redo them. But yeah, Halloween 2 it was a good movie. I think it was a good way to have a sequel. It's a good way for these slasher films. We're starting to build up everywhere. I think this was the start of the Mr. Sandman song or throughout the movies, but I'm not sure. But I honestly loved Halloween 2. It was like one of the best movies for a sequel, in my opinion. So we're gonna put Halloween 2 at an A. I don't think it's as good as the first movie because I mean there is ups and downs. The kills were honestly decent in my opinion. I mean you had that bathtub scene. That was one of the best ones. The Halloween 1, I don't remember what the best kill was, but it's a good. I don't know, but Halloween 2, I'd say it's A. Unless you guys disagree with me, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? I'm telling you guys, these are my opinions. Anyways, let's get to the next one, Halloween 3. Now, we're going to talk about Halloween 3. We're going to talk about the Halloween timeline. Yes, there's a timeline to Halloween. Now, let me go ahead and talk about it. So, first off, there is 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 timelines technically, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So, let me go ahead and describe them. All right. First timeline we're going to talk about is Halloween 3, which we're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to talk about this Halloween 3. First off, this movie has nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. There is a cameo, but he is not in this movie at all, technically. So let's go ahead and read it. Hospital emergency room, Dr. Daniel Dan Chalice and Ellie Grimbridge, the daughter of a murder victim, uncover a terrible plot by a small-town mask maker, Conall Cochin, a madman who's planning a Halloween mass murder utilizing an ancient Celtic ritual. The ritual involves a boulder stolen from a stone edge, the use of a silver shamrock mask, and trigger devices contained in a television commercial, all designed to kill millions of children. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what the reason why they wanted to kill millions of children, which I really. Here's the thing. If you're watching this movie, I feel like it was boring, okay? It was really boring for me, in my opinion, but it is kind of all right. There was some decent. Was there any jump scares? I don't really think there's any jump scares. You shouldn't really be scared of this movie. It's not really that amazing. I feel like but for this movie, if you're gonna watch something that's not Michael Myers related, I think this would be something, but you might get bored. I got bored in my opinion. But the thing is about this movie, like what I found out is I was watching the kill count. If you guys don't know what the kill count is, go ahead and search it up from Dead Meat. It's good. But yeah, apparently the two main actors right here, they had like a major age difference, and I'm just saying that it's not a good idea. I mean, not a good idea. That was not good. All right, that's not good at all. So also the kills. Let me talk about. There's that one kill with the snake. Well, it shows what the mask is productively used. It used on the little kid who he watches the commercial, and then he ends up dying. Like there's all these maggots and everything coming out of the mask, and I'm like, what? But I don't know. This movie is underrated, but it's not one of the best movies. So here's the thing: I would give this a watch if I were you. If you want to get something new, if you don't want to watch Michael Myers, if you decide to skip this movie, I don't mind you guys skipping the movie, but I say that you should watch it just in case to know. It's just it doesn't really. There's nothing Michael Myers related to the story, but that's what the timeline is about. So Halloween 3. This is his own universe, okay? So you have Halloween 1 going to Halloween 2, and then there's two universes. One where Laurie's alive and one where she's dead. And then you have another one which is Halloween to the 2018, and that right there it's 40 years, but Halloween 2 never happens, okay? But this is a reboot. We're going to talk about those later on. Halloween 3 though, like I said, it's not. I give it a watch. I feel like it's underrated. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna give it to D tier. F tier is gonna be like a movie I do not like at all. Okay, so but this wasn't bad. I feel like it could be better if it wasn't boring, because it was a snooze fest for me. Like I just kept getting bored of it. Like I was getting distracted from watching this, but at the same time, I did watch it. I did try to put my mind into it, but I just couldn't. So the next Halloween movie, Halloween 4. Let's go ahead and read it. The Return of Michael Myers, Michael Myers. The apparently comatose. I don't know if I read that right. Michael Myers is being transferred from one hospital to another, but he wakes up when the ambulance crew talking about his surviving niece, Jamie, after slaughtering his attendants. My bad. Myers sets out to find his one living relative who is unfortunately being cared by a kind and resourceful foster sister named Rachel. Meanwhile, the ever cautious Dr. Loomis remains on the killer path. So here's the thing. In Halloween 2, Loomis was supposed to die, and because, like they said, they wanted to do some other stuff. So Loomis was supposed to die, but he didn't end up dying, which was something. Now, I feel like this movie was actually pretty good. I didn't dislike it, okay? This movie is going to be ranked a little bit high up in my opinion. Now, here's the thing about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Jamie, okay, the girl who played Jamie was really, she did a fantastic performance. What happened in the movie, I know, is that the girl actually you know what's it called, she ends up killing her, well, she tried to kill, so I'm assuming in that movie she tried to kill the mother, but the mother didn't die. That's a spoiler, I'm sorry, but she didn't die, blah blah blah. So in this timeline, it's actually really confusing for me. So this timeline is going for the one where she's not alive, so which is going to be this one. Laurie is dead. She died in a car accident, which I feel like, honestly, I didn't like how they wanted to say that she died. I mean, I feel like Laurie should have returned, but she didn't return. But in my opinion, Jamie did do a good performance. I actually like the movie. There was a couple decent kills. Um, I don't remember any kills happening, but let me hold up. If we're gonna talk about Halloween 2 as well, okay, let me go back. If I can go back to Halloween 3, I wanted to mention about the Celtic, the Shamrock jingle that was annoying, but it was catchy as well. But let me go back to Halloween 4. This movie wasn't bad. All right, Loomis. This is where you start developing Loomis as a lunatic for Michael Myers, or he's going after it. He's not a lunatic, but he just keeps going after it. I think this movie was good. I didn't dislike it. It was one of the good. It's a good way. It's not bad. It's not really bad. But here's the thing. You know what I'm gonna rank this? I'm gonna rank this at a B tier. It is actually a good movie for me. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked how what's her name? What was her name? Rachel. Rachel was the one of the, like, she was a good, also a final girl, helping Jamie trying to get through. I feel like that was good, a good character and everything. I'm just saying. But let's get into the next one, Halloween 5. All right, let me just talk. The Revenge of Michael Myers. Okay, first off, one thing that I did. Okay, so here's the thing. I actually liked Rachel. Okay, I actually liked Rachel. I didn't hate Rachel. Rachel was one of my favorite girls in the series. Loomis, anything. So in this timeline, Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, and Halloween 5. Same timeline. So let's go ahead and read it, and let's see. After lying in a coma for a year, Michael Myers awakens and sucks his way back into the small town hometown in Illinois, intent on killing his niece Jamie, who has been confined to a mental institution since Michael's last attempt to slay her. Suspecting a psychic link between Michael and Jamie, psychiatrist Dr. Sam Lewis joins forces with Sheriff Ben Meeker and attempts to stop Michael's last rampage. Okay, I did not like it. Okay, this movie. First off, they killed Rachel. That's where I'm like, why did they kill Rachel? She was one of the best girls out there. And Michael Myers likes to kill dogs, so there's a lot of dogs dying in this whole series. First off, Jamie could not talk, and that kind of pissed me off. Like, why did they make her go in the mental institution? It was really dumb. I think that was a really dumb way to go into the series because why would they do that to Rachel? I mean, not Rachel. Jamie. I feel like that was really dumb. I don't know. It's like throughout like half of the movie, you will just hear her like scream, but like she can't talk like at all. Like she was in mute, I guess you could say, but something like that. And I did not like this movie wasn't great, but I say for sure it is watchable. It is not boring. It is not. It is not. I'm just saying. But in my favors, I just say that if you're gonna rank this movie, I mean, I don't know really how to say it, but it's still in the Laurie's dead timeline. Yeah, you know what? I already know what I'm ranking it. I'm ranking it to see. I think what's her name? What was that one girl in that movie? Let me see. What was that one girl? Tina. Oh my god, that girl went Tina. Tina was really dumb. Oh my god, Tina. Oh my god. I am sorry, but Tina was one of the worst characters. Worst. Get her out of here. Nope. Okay. Let's get to the next one. We're going to talk about the next one. Halloween 6. The Curse of Michael Myers, okay? This also goes to the same timeline, all right? So first, let's go ahead and read it. This one's actually an interesting one. All right. The installment marks the return of the seemingly indestructible mass murderer Michael Myers, who has targeted Tommy Doyle, a young man tied into the legacy of the killer and his connections with the Strode family as the supernatural elements of Michael's macabre abilities are explored. His long-time adversaries, Dr. Loomis is also back. Yet another attempt to stop the psychopath's brutal rampage. All right, let me talk about this. First off, Paul Rudd, your boy, the Ant-Man, is in this movie. All right. Now that's one thing I like to talk about. This is also Loomis's last movie. Rest in peace, Loomis. Also, by the way, Donald Pleasence, rest in peace. So first, in this movie was actually supposed to continue the franchise. There was supposed to be Halloween 7, but due to the passing of Donald Pleasence, there was no Halloween 7, and that's how that timeline ended. Which I honestly feel like, I mean, you can't do anything about a person's life, okay? So first off, in that movie, there's two cuts. There is the director's and the producer's cut. Director's cut was, I think, only in like the theaters. When you went to the theaters, it happened like that. And then when you get the producer's cut, I think that was where you get it in DVD. That's how that worked. So I believe I watched the director's cut. There was like two different endings. In the cut I watched, I know it's really, really dumb. It was really dumb. Let me just talk about it. So first off, in this movie, Jamie dies. I disliked about it. Jamie was a good character. I liked it, but they killed Jamie. I think the one movie, the way I watched it, no. The one movie, the way I saw Jamie, because there's like two ways Jamie died. One way she died at the hospital. Well, she died. No, Michael Myers. There's a one way, the gore. The Gory Way, I did not watch that one. I watched the other one. So I don't remember which cut I watched. You gotta watch Dead Meat for that. They have like a comparison cut. Would watch that. I don't know. I can't describe both movies because I watched one cut and I can't describe you guys how the other cut is. Paul Rudd, I think it was honestly, I honestly, people don't like this movie a lot, but for me, you know what? I do like, I do like it better than than I'm just gonna rank them like that. I'm not gonna do this or anything like that. Or should I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna put it at C. It's not bad. It is watchable. It is not boring. I liked it though. I would rank it up to B, but I like C. Honestly, I'm gonna just put it at C. I really liked it. I like it better than 5 for sure. It is because it's Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's there, but I just don't want to focus it on one character. Jamie did end up dying, that ends up going down, and Michael Myers is the father of that child, which is really dumb, like Alabama style. All right, anyways, all right, let's talk about so that ends that timeline right there. All right, so H2O. Halloween 20 years later. So in this timeline, Halloween 2, and then we're going into where the timeline where Laurie's life and H2O. Now, first off, let's talk about this. Halloween H2O. First off, let's talk about it. 2 decades after surviving a massacre on October 31, 1978, former babysitter Laurie Strode finds herself haunted by my bad, knife wielder Michael Myers. Laurie now lives in North Carolina under an assumed name where she works as the head mistress on the school, but it's not for enough. It's not far enough to escape Myers, who soon discovers her whereabouts. As Halloween descends upon Laurie's peaceful community, a feeling of dread weighs upon her with good reason. First off, what do I want to say about this movie? It was honestly really, really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. H2O was one of the good movies out of this series. Going into this is a good sequel coming to Halloween 1 and 2. I want to see the reviews. They're actually pretty good. Um First off, I honestly like this movie. It's not that bad. It was actually one of the good movies out of the series. But if you want to say that H2O, like depending on what timeline you're watching, it is a good movie. It also returns Laurie Strode. It is a good movie. I'm just saying. I mean, there is nothing bad about this movie. Is there anyone? So there's no Loomis. Letting you know, no Loomis at all. Loomis has passed away. Like I told you guys, Loomis was mentioned in the movie, but I think there was like in like the photographs in the beginning of the scene in the movie. That's how it is. Um, that's all I gotta say. That H2O was a good movie. Like I said, H2O. I mean, I don't really have to talk about it, but I'm gonna rank it up, and I'm gonna rank it at, you know what? I actually really liked H2O, but I think I'll rank it at B. I think it was a good movie. I don't think it's one of the best, but next, this movie, okay, Halloween Resurrection. First off, this movie was really bad. Yeah, you can see the reviews, really bad. Okay, first off, they got Busta Rhymes in this movie. Okay, that's all I had to say. They got Busta Rhymes. Resurrection, let's go ahead and read it. The original House of Horrors, the dilapidated home of the infamous serial killer Michael Myers, has now become the set of a webcam reality show. But when a veteran slasher discovers that the group of university students has taken over with his old killing runs, he decides it's time to bring the blaze out of retirement. So first off, in this movie, yes, Laurie does die actually. In this movie, she ends up dying, but it's the timeline we're gonna talk about. So Laurie ends up dying in this movie, so Michael wins after all in this movie, but the reality show thing was really stupid, okay? One of the dumb ways I had to say, it is one of the dumbest things ever. Ever. Okay, this movie's really dumb. I did not like it at all. I mean, it is a comedy. If you guys want to get a laugh out of it, my teacher literally said, get a comedy. It was actually just a laugh. I thought Busta Rhymes was gonna die in that movie, but no. No. Okay. Where do I rank this movie? I'm sorry, I don't like Resurrection. Okay, Resurrection was really bad. I mean, I could rank it at D, but no, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't. Um, let's get to the next one. All right, now I don't really have nothing to talk about that movie. Okay, so first off, let's talk about this 2009 reboot. Okay, okay, it's not 2009. Is it 2007? It's 2007. All right. Okay. So, first off, is there a way, like, I want to get the... Okay, there you go. So, first off, let's go ahead and read it. Hold up. Okay. Okay. Nearly 2 decades after being committed to the mental institution for killing his stepfather and older sister, Michael Myers breaks out intent on returning on the town of Haddonfield. He arrives in his hometown on Halloween with the indominant purpose of hunting down. I don't know if I said this word right. I'm sorry. Down his younger sister Lori. The only thing standing between Michael and the Halloween night of bloody carnage is the psychiatrist Dr. Loomis. All right. First off, there's a lot to talk about this. God. Okay. First off, this movie wasn't bad. Okay, this movie. Okay, actually, it was bad. Let me just start. The reboot sucked. Okay, Rob Zombie made this movie, and Rob Zombie does make good movies, but I don't like this movie really. It is too gory. Okay, going back through Halloween franchise a lot, it wasn't really that gory. Okay, but he made it gory, and I honestly didn't like it. I actually want to know this. Okay, I think that was really bad. Okay. Now let me talk about the cast too. First off, you had Jamie. No, I was about to say Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie, the girl who played Jamie, she returns in this movie. She in this movie as well. You also have your boy Danny Trejo, who plays what's it called, a janitor, right? You have Lori over here. We'll talk about it. Samuel Ludus, I know this guy from Home Alone, like the new Home Alone. I might do a tier list on that. Now Deborah Myers was played by Michael Myers' and then Michael Myers, Rob Zombie's wife. I know that. And the kid right here, oh my god! All right, let's talk about it. First off, oh yeah, and also there's this other kid. I forget. Let me see. Where is he here? Yes, there he is. The boy from Spy Kids. He's here. He's here. I should put him as a thumbnail. All right. Okay. One thing I gotta say is this movie sucks. Okay, there's 2 cuts actually. I don't know which cut I watched. I think I watched the longer cut. So whatever the longer one is, I watched that and I regret it. First off, it was okay. It wasn't boring. It was actually really enjoyable. But it was too gory. And with Rob Zombie, it is no not Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie has he wants to reinvent the series, so he made it a gory mind. This also we're talking about the new timeline, all right? I forgot to mention the Resurrection was part of this timeline. So this timeline, we're done with talking about most of them. This is a new timeline. So Halloween 1 does not matter. It's only this Halloween and this Halloween. All right. First off, the kid who plays Michael Myers, like the little kid, I think he did a good job in my opinion. He did do a good job at the beginning, and I just don't know what to really say. I mean, he did a good job, but I mean, the story it gives in this movie, for like half of the movie, it shows the story of Michael Myers, how he got into the jail, how he did all the killings. Dude, I mean, he killed the father. I mean, he killed the father in this movie. He killed the boyfriend, and he killed his sister. Sister was more of an asshole in this movie too. And he didn't kill his younger sister Lori because he loved her, but things change throughout the movie, and Lori Laurie, I don't know. I do not like Laurie in this movie. I don't like Laurie in the new Halloween movies. We'll talk about it. I'll talk more about it in Halloween 2. But this this guy did good. He did all right as Loomis. I didn't think he did bad, but I say he really. All right, we're gonna talk about Halloween 2, but Halloween 1, these actors did do good. But I'm gonna talk about this one scene. It was a rape scene, literally a rape scene happening in Michael Myers. They got like, oh my god, it was a really bad scene. I don't really like talking about it, but I don't like this movie, guys. I do not really like this movie. It's going ND. I do think you can watch it. Too gory. If you're into gore, go ahead. But yeah, next one. Oh my god, I hate this one. All right, Halloween 2, the remake to the remake, the reboot. No, the sequel to the remake. This movie sucked. Oh my god. Okay, first off, Laurie was so obnoxious and annoying. There was two cuts, like I said. I don't remember which cut I. Oh no, I know which one I watched. I watched the cut where Laurie ends up dying. There's two cuts. One where Laurie dies, and one where she turns into she holds Michael Myers' mask and turns into the next Michael Myers. Laurie in this movie sucks. Okay, she was obnoxious, annoying. Like she was more of an asshole. Like oh my god, if you watch this movie, you're not gonna like the change, and it was really dumb. It was like you were high watching the movie. Like I know my that's what Rob Zombie tries to intend, but let me go ahead and read this. A year nearly escaping death at the hands of Michael Myers, Laurie Strode is at a breaking point, pushed to the edge by Dr. Loomis. Revelation that she's Michael's sister. Little does she know that the unstoppable killer is back in Haddonfield, and driven by visions of their dead mother, he is determined to bring about a bloody family reunion. First off, Deborah, I don't know what the hell was that whole movie about. Like it just seemed like you were high watching the movie, and there was like a unicorn, a horse mentioned out of nowhere, which I don't know what to really say. I don't know what to really say. But this is what I'm gonna say. They literally had to recast the Michael Myers kid because the kid literally grew older, and like everyone hears, Jamie's actually back. But yeah, I mean, you have her name Octavia Spencer. She's really iconic. I feel like giving her a role into a movie was really good, but this movie was really bad. Just also to mention that Michael Myers' mom was a stripper. I forgot to mention that. This movie goes to an F. I don't like it. I don't give it a watch. It's really bad. The reboots were bad in my opinion. Yeah. All right, there is one more Halloween movie we're gonna have to talk about, and this one is gonna be good. Halloween 2018 was one of the best movies I've ever seen out in the modern day. Let me talk about it. It's been 40 years. Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from a crazed killer. Michael Myers on Halloween night, locked up in an institution. Myers manages to escape when his bus transfer goes horribly wrong. Laurie now faces a terrifying showdown when the masked madman returns to Haddonfield. But this time, she's ready for him. Dude, don't know how. This movie was good. I love this movie. You guys have to give it a watch, okay? You guys have to give it a watch. I do. Now, like I said, there is no Loomis in this movie. Rest in peace to Loomis. There was supposed to be a Loomis, but no, there wasn't supposed to be a Loomis. What the heck? So, one thing I did dislike was that they didn't say that Laurie was his sister. It was all a lie. I don't know. The cast was good. I love this movie. It's a must-watch movie. I'm just saying. You guys give this movie a watch. I know in this movie that Michael Myers ends up killing a kid, which is crazy. But first off, this guy right here, so he's basically like, I guess Loomis trained him or something like that. This guy actually was obsessed with Michael Myers as well, Dr. Sarton. It was honestly crazy, and like the British people, I forgot their names. I don't know the British guys. What's it called, Arthur? I think it was his name. Like you've seen him in the movie before, but like they did a good, like honestly I liked the story, how they built the story. It was really good. I loved this movie. This movie was fantastic. fantastic. It should have. I honestly think people should watch this. I loved this movie, and this goes to this timeline. Like I said, Halloween 2 does not happen in this timeline. So where do I rank this movie? S. This movie was great. I loved this movie. It was one of them. It's a must-watch movie. I think you guys should watch it. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, be a part of Angry Nations. Let me know in the comments what do you guys rank these movies, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know when this is getting uploaded. This should be getting uploaded soon. But guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.